Hey sheep-hoppers, are you ready to have some fun? It's the Cyndi Lauper Spectacular in Gippsland. The Wedge Theatre in Sale, Friday, May the 9th, 2025. She's so unusual in its entirety. And a set of Rewind 80's mixtape hits. What more have you got to ask for? We're out, we're proud, we're coming to Sale for the Cyndi Lauper Sheep-hopper experience with a little bit of Rewind 80's band. We'll see you soon. Or I'll go blind. Oh, shabop, shabop.
In der großen Stadt, war in Wien, war wie immer, wo alles tat. Hatte Schulden, deiner Traum, doch ihn liebten alle Frauen. Jeder rief, da kann man Rock mit Amadeus, er war Superstar. Populär, er war so exaltiert, dass er hatte Flair. War ein Virtuosen, war ein Rocky-Idol. Und alles ruft nur heute, kann man Rock mit Amadeus. Amadeus, 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 Amadeus. Come and rock me, Amadeus. Amadeus, 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 Amadeus. Hey! Es war 1780 und es war in Wien. Plastikmane, Elinor, die Banken gegen ihn. Woher die Schulden kamen, war wohl jedermann bekannt. War ein Mann der Frauen, Frauen liebten seinen Pan. War Superstar, war populär, er war so exaltiert, dass er hatte Flair.
How you going?
Hello, did you hear cunt in that song?
I heard fuck me Amadeus.
Fuck me Amadeus.
Yeah.
I think Falco's hot.
Yes?
Now, this was a live version of this. What
Yeah.
fucking parallel universe are we from?
Yeah. It's a hot song.
Oh, as a kid, I loved it.
Yeah.
So that was Falco and Opus live in 1985.
Nice one. Rock me Amadeus.
Rock Me Amadeus. Now, it was from the movie as well, which we're doing that subject tonight. Explain
It
that.
wasn't in this movie though.
No, it wasn't, but it was
No.
It was on the soundtrack.
No, yeah, right.
I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was. Because he's dressed as Amadeus in the video, Falco.
Yeah, but it's not. They're
No,
not
no, no, no.
connected.
Oh, no, they are.
This came out in 1985, and Amadeus the film came out in 1984.
And they're not connected.
No, but they're about the same guy, and that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Because tonight a couple of a little while ago we talked about celebrities in songs.
Yes.
Tonight we're talking about.
And remember, I thought
Quasimodo.
Quasimodo was a real
a celebrity.
thing. That's right.
No.
Funny. That was actually
No.
really funny.
Yeah, no, that was fucking. I just
And
couldn't
I
believe
didn't.
it was happening.
Yeah, you were just laughing.
It was great.
I didn't know any different.
So I thought like we could do movies about celebrities because there was some great biopics in the 80s played by some incredible people. They were actually really good.
Yes.
Biopics in the 80s were fucking great.
Yeah.
So we're going to look at a few tonight. Amadeus that came out in 1984, amazing fucking film. So it originally comes from Peter Shaffer's stage play, which I did as an audition piece ages ago, called Mozart and Salieri. The stage play is called Amadeus. The original play is called Mozart and Salieri. An incredible film. Tom Holtz played Mozart and he beat out like David Bowie and Mikhail Baryshnikov and all these incredible actors at the time, nobody really knew who Tom Holtz was. He was a big sort of Broadway stage actor and West End stage actor. And he was incredible. Nominated for Best Actor at the Oscars. So was F. Murray Abraham, who played Salieri. F. Murray Abraham just ended up winning an Oscar for it. And I'm watching F. Murray Abraham in White Lotus at the moment. Are you watching White Lotus at all?
No, I'm not into it.
No, okay.
I just can't grasp it.
I gave it a good chance, it took me a while. But after the second series, I was like, fuck, okay, all right, it's interesting. Thought anything's possible.
I have been watching the newsreader.
Oh, yeah, great.
Yeah, I love the newsreader.
Yeah.
And the new episodes on ABC have just come on.
Yeah.
I've really tried with that.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
not sure where, it's just somewhere I wouldn't go,
Yeah, you've got to. I mean, you've got to personally resonate with series because you invest so much time into it, especially if it's in its third or fourth season. You don't want to be fucking like wasting all that time. Your heart's not in it, But look, I reckon it's all right,
Yeah.
But look, I'm Jay Jovi.
I'm Sammy Hardon.
And we're looking at movies about celebrities.
And we've got some funny ones tonight.
From the 80s.
Could be a good one. Good
now,
show.
we're hoping we're hoping that you guys will go and watch these films because as we've been sort of like looking for songs for the films and watching clips and sound grabs and all of that, we are really motivated to watch these fucking films. Of course, we watched them back in the day, but it's just sort of, it's a different aesthetic, like 80s films were that little bit longer as well. They took their time. Much more dramatic, much more sort of the acting was bigger as well. You really notice from 80s films that the acting is a lot bigger.
Well, you needed a skill.
Yeah, you did.
You know what I mean? You didn't just come off, I don't know, YouTube.
Yeah.
Not in saying that, there's some amazing actors out there.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
we have some amazing actors in some of these movies.
Yeah. But you got to check out Amadeus. When it came out, I remember the ads being on TV. I was fucking terrified. They really went for the sort of darkness and the drama of it. And you don't expect Tom Holtz's performance in it, which is just sort of completely absurd.
And that's the thing. When we mention these movies tonight, you are fully going to want to look at them again.
Yeah, 100%.
Because you forget they even exist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So he beat out David Bowie, Mikhail Baryshnikov, Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker, and Kenneth Branagh for this role.
Amazing.
Yeah, incredible competition there. But they went in the right direction. He was incredible, Tom Holtz.
That's right.
What else would you know him from?
I found...
you might know him from Parenthood. He was in Parenthood
Radio.
as well. Yeah.
So Amadeus was a musical dude.
Wolfgang Amadeus
That's
Mozart.
right. So he did... Well, he was Mozart, yeah.
Mate, he did sort of Ein klein Nacht music. He did... Mozart, mate. He's just... It's like, one of the...
I just wasn't into classical music.
I am into Mozart.
Right, rightio.
Oh, my God.
Yep.
What? He didn't write it. He popularised it. So it was already like a folk tune.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star.
Yeah. So whenever you sort of like,
Do you get any money for that?
A lot of no.
Shame.
Yeah, because he was a child prodigy.
Yeah,
is the
that's
thing about
right.
it. He was like a child genius.
Yeah.
So he was like playing for the emperor and everything from like 5 years old.
Amazing.
Yeah. In the days before YouTube.
Yeah, no, that's right.
And penicillin.
And a lot of these movies you have to pay for to watch. Like they're kind of cult movies.
Yes.
But just see if you can find them on YouTube if you want.
Now, a strange link as well. Tom Holtz that played Amadeus also played Quasimodo in the Disney animated version of Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Wow.
So crazy little connection
Far
there.
out. That's Quasimodo is haunting me now.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, that was our first movie. Yes, Maddie? Batman. No, darling, I don't have Batman in this list, you asshole. What a cunt. Anyway.
No, I got to dob you in.
Yeah.
She did say like Purple Rain, and I was like, Prince was playing a fictional character. So
I did. I did think of someone else and went, no, that's too Quasimodo.
yeah.
Actually, I think I might have put it in.
Oh.
Fuck, anyway.
That's what she said.
Anyway.
Another
of
song.
course she did. Here we go. This is our next movie. Now, this is one of mine. Actually, can I just say I was speaking to Jules the other night, one of our patrons, on the phone. I ring her every night at 3 a.m. And she went, oh, no, you've got to do these movies. And I went, oh, my God, I never thought of these movies. So this was one that I loved as a kid.
Yep.
And this will give you a clue to the song because you might not remember this movie. Here we go.
L'honneur de vous présenter, et pour la première fois en France, Sid Vicious.
I Did It My Way. We're talking about Sid and Nancy.
Sid and Nancy, the film that came out in 1986, talking about Sid Vicious and Nancy Spungen.
That's right.
So, like, incredible. This was Gary Oldman in one of his first roles, playing Sid Vicious. Fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Because he does have that crazy quality. Oh, Gary Oldman, one of my favourite actors, famously a dry alcoholic these days, these days now, but sort of when he was playing Sid Vicious was like, right on it, like he's sort of a big drinker and everything. And I think sort of really taking the role to heart.
Yeah, well, that's right.
Going for it. Yeah.
Now, that single, I Did It My Way, was 78, by the way, guys, but I just thought it was clever.
Film came out in 86.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, incredible. Now, Nancy Spungen, a lot of people, sort of our generation, would have seen the parallel because we sort of lived through it. Sid Vicious and Nancy Spungen, they were very much like
Kurt Cobain
and Courtney Love.
Yeah.
And I really think...
Holy,
I
call it. Holy.
Yeah, you're right.
Whatever holds the goal.
She was in, Courtney Love was in the film.
Really?
She had a supporting role in the film.
She is the original groupie, though. Like one of the original groupies.
Well, Nancy Spungen had no other talent. She was actually
no other talent.
No,
That's
but
awesome.
she was schizophrenic.
Yeah, right.
And was booted out of university in New York, and she was like a groupie. She was like a professional groupie and moved to London to hang around the Sex Pistols and everything, and ended up sort of latching on to Sid, who was just fucked up, like famously bisexual, and she sort of really he wasn't fucked up because he was bisexual, but amongst other things he was bisexual. You know what I'm saying? So she, I guess, took advantage of Nancy took advantage of Sid. And they probably took, they had a really volatile, sort of quite violent relationship sort of both ways.
Yeah.
And this film looks at it. It's a hot mess.
Yeah, it's a hot mess.
It's really full on.
And I watched a little bit of it today, but I also watched what was actually going on in their relationship.
Yeah.
They were both heroin addicts.
Oh, yeah.
It was all about drugs.
God, yeah.
She ended up managing him.
Yeah.
She was the fanager.
Yeah.
I don't know whether that's a fan or a fanny.
That's right.
Yep.
A fan with a fanny.
That's
that
right.
Manages. Very
fan
good.
with a fanny, fanager. Always the worst managers
Oh, yes.
because they fucking give shit away. They're just fucking necked.
Yeah.
So she ended up just making so much money and just dropping $100 bills and stuff. And then drug addicts would come over and she was selling drugs in the end. So he stabbed her, and killed her.
Well, apparently,
They don't know though, 100%.
No, they found her dead
What are
body
your
and-
thoughts on that? I reckon it was a junkie that killed her. I don't reckon it was Sid at all.
How would you ever fucking
You wouldn't know. There were
I
no
feel
video
sorry
cameras.
for Sid.
Yeah. Well, he's gone now, but
But the thing is, it's like he's gone down in history as a potential murderer.
Yeah.
I fucking, I think of people that we know and really
Yeah.
think of Sid Vicious. You know what I mean? Like just sort of vulnerable, fragile, like
Yeah.
a little bit sort of malformed, like kind of they're not. Yeah,
looking for someone to control them.
and they don't know. It was such a mess. They don't know if like he murdered her, if it was a junkie, kind of who it was. But like he's gone down in history, sort of like as this, just a heroin addict and a sort of domestic.
And the police didn't care.
No, this is it.
The police were like, "We'll get rid of them."
Yeah,
Now, this
yeah.
is the thing I was thinking about this today because we have seen a lot of this in the music industry.
Mm.
A groupie will come through, pick up one of the guys in your band, and they are fully controlled by this fucking pig.
Yeah,
And I know women like the back of my fucking hand.
yeah,
And you just go, this isn't going to end nicely.
Yeah.
And it happens in normal relationships as well.
Yeah.
Men get manipulated. And when you see these men, they're tough guys.
Yeah.
Fucking look, fucking no, fucking shut up, blah, blah, blah. But behind closed doors, mate, they've fucking got their apron on and pulling their dick and fucking sneaking around the house and fucking walking around eggshells, right?
Yeah.
This is the situation that I've learnt from this, right?
Mm-hmm.
He is a rock star. There is no doubt about it. But rock stars aren't that fucking tough.
No, they're not.
And normal guys that are big-mouthed and fucking they think they know everything aren't that fucking tough. I don't walk around going, I'm a tough chick. I can talk to someone until they fuck me off and then I will fucking go you.
Yeah.
But I mean it. There's
Yeah.
something going on behind my eyes.
Yeah.
You can see these strong guys, these tough guys that think they're fucking in control of themselves. There's nothing going on behind the eyes.
No, that's it.
Right?
Yeah.
And the women control them.
Yeah.
And this is what you see. It's the John and Yoko fucking thing, right?
Yeah.
No one liked her. They all saw it happen.
Yeah.
But she's manipulated her own fucking death and brought him into the equation.
Yeah.
Who fucking knows if he was involved?
Yeah.
That's how fucking clever they are.
It's quite tragic, isn't it? It's terrible. It's terrible to witness it happen to one of your friends. It's fucking awful.
Oh, yeah, that's right. And I've scared away a lot of these fucking groupies that need to go.
Yeah.
And I really have to lift my game, like really have to fucking fight them off. And this is why I just don't like talking shit.
Yeah.
Like as soon as you say something and I can see through you as a woman, I'm fucking right at
Yeah,
your throat.
that's it.
And this is why I love men because a lot of the time it's not the man's fault.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I've seen it,
Yeah.
especially in the artistic industry.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you would look at Sid Vicious and you'd go, you know what, that guy'd fucking kill you. No, he wouldn't.
No.
He's going home to his girlfriend to fucking wash his dick. He's not going to kill you.
Yeah.
And the act they put on in real life is astronomical.
Yeah, for sure.
And then you speak to the girlfriend and they might just say something a little bit out of whack.
Yeah.
And you know.
They're full of shit.
Because people think I control Maddie. A lot of people perceive me as being the controller of Maddie.
Yeah.
Fuck no.
Yeah.
Maddie goes wherever Maddie wants to go.
Yeah, that's it.
He's gone to America for fucking 6 months.
Mm.
No girlfriend in their right mind would let their boyfriend go to America
With
for
a
6
rock
months
band. Yeah.
with a rock band where he can fucking get his dick
I
sucked
can stick it in.
in America.
Yeah.
You know, you can't perceive the ones you think aren't controlling their men fucking are.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of dynamics there. But I really found it traumatic.
Yeah.
But it's a story we've heard before.
That's it.
Without the heroin because we all can't afford it.
That's right.
But if we could, it's the story we've heard before. Now
Yeah.
it's manipulation,
Yeah.
you know.
100%.
But I thought it was a good one because if you look back at that movie, it's quite good.
Yeah. Yeah, check it out. It's a good watch as well, even though it's a tragic story. Really, really well acted by Gary Oldman. Fantastic role. Next one. What do we got?
Next one. Oh, it's our favourite one.
Don't fuck with me, fellas! This ain't my first time at the rodeo.
Wow.
There we go.
I should really use that as an intro for me every week.
Coming in, I knew you'd like it. Coming in strong with Mommie, Dearest. This came out in 1981. I believe, I believe it was a telly movie. I'm not quite sure about that, but it was distributed. I mean, it's got a massive sort of cult following now. It was distributed by Paramount Pictures.
Yeah.
It's sort of in its day when it came out, when it was showing. Actually, it wasn't a telly movie. It came out like at sort of like normal theaters. A lot of people were laughing at it though, and so it was very quickly sort of like moved to television because it had Faye Dunaway in it. She was like the hugest film star in the world at the time. Faye Dunaway was just a powerhouse, you know. Like I don't know who you'd compare it to today in terms of the clout. But like she was like an old school movie star, you know. People were terrified of her as well, like Faye Dunaway. Like she was apparently sort of quite a beast. Once the director had call cut, like she could be terrible, like really horrible to people and stuff on set. And on this film as well, she's famously playing Joan Crawford, who was a tyrant as well. And so, what's her name? Faye Dunaway is actually bipolar, and playing Joan Crawford, apparently it sort of like really peaked her bipolar.
Yeah, right.
And she was just manic and crazy all the time. So like a lot of the footage of her playing Joan, she's just like manic and raving and going off her head and everything. And the director's often been criticised with this film with not kind of pulling her back a little bit and really getting up in her face with the shots and how it was shot. These sort of long, unbroken shots of the cinematography wasn't amazing with this film. It was almost shot like a telly movie. This is why I always think it's a telly movie. Really basic cinematography. Like just, it looks like Home and Away.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Black and white.
It looks like a kitchen sink drama. It's not sort of, I don't find anything sort of artistic about the cinematography. Like there's no profile shots. There's no sort of artistic shots. There's no like cutaways to what her hands are doing. You know, like things that
It's not Psycho, is it?
Well,
You
no.
know, like you'd look at Psycho at film school and
yeah,
they'd show you the
exactly right.
shots.
Exactly right.
It's not something where you go, we better watch this one
Yeah.
because so Psycho was the shower scene is like a famous scene where
Yeah.
everyone teaches you about it and
That's
the shots
right.
and blah blah blah.
And it's all metaphorical
This
and
is
there's all
very
these signs
much
and symbols.
Yeah, this is very
Yeah.
much relying on the performance.
Yeah, that's right.
Which
that's
is why
right.
it became such a gay icon as well.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
because it's camp.
Camp.
I mean, I remember
So
Josh,
fucking
my friend
camp.
Josh, just mouthing this thing all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
And I
yeah.
never knew what it was because I wasn't.
It's the same. Yeah, exactly right. Well, before
Yeah.
YouTube, it got kind of Faye would hate talking about it as well. Like it sort of got canned. She'd always talk about how she regretted it and stuff, and in interviews, if she was to bring it up at all as well, she hated it because sort of it was seen as a bit of a failure for Faye Dunaway after her winning an Oscar and all of these successes and everything, and because it was obviously a sore point. Interviewers would always bring it up because she was so volatile. They wanted the sort of the moment where she was going to lose her temper, you know, and she famously would like lose it in interviews and stuff as well. But like incredible, you know, the quotes from the film, like "Don't fuck with me, fellas," "This ain't my first time at the rodeo," and like incredible, you know.
Yeah, well, that's right. And fuck was a big word in those days.
Yeah,
You
that's
didn't
right.
really use it.
Especially with a woman saying it.
That's right.
Yeah.
It wasn't used.
The other big quote from the film.
It wasn't Wentworth, put it that way.
That's right. The other big quote from the film is because it's sort of Joan Crawford, and Joan Crawford was like obsessive compulsive. She had these two sort of children that she adopted and really like wanted to be the perfect mum. That's how she wanted Joan Crawford. That's how she wanted to be perceived by the world. She burst into one of the girls' bedrooms at night because they had a wire coat hanger in their cupboard, and she had banned wire coat hangers. Couldn't stand it.
Wow.
Was like obsessively against them. And she found one in the girls' cupboard, and she came in, started like hacking up all the clothes over her bed, this little girl, and she's like, "What have I told you? No wire coat hangers ever!" Like she's losing it. And just to see Faye Dunaway do it in the film is fucking wild. It's a
Did
really
she have
amazing
a
performance.
backyard abortion or something?
I don't know. I think
That
this
old
could have
chestnut.
been why.
I
I
don't
think
know.
this could have been why Joan Crawford was against the
coat
it's never
hangers.
sort of spoken about, but like she was just against them. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And they are like, you know, for women, wire coat hangers do have that kind of
Yeah, well, that's right. Was it
shady
real? That's
significance,
right, yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Yeah. Brilliant. Well, watch that one. You'll love that
Oh,
one.
fuck yeah, absolutely. It's out there, definitely.
Don't fuck with me, fellows.
This ain't my first time at the rodeo.
You know what? I love it. I
Yeah,
think it's great.
it's camp.
It's great. Should we go on to the next one?
Yep.
All right. So we're going to go on to the next one.
You thought I was fooling around, didn't you? Tell me the truth. I'm going off fooling around. That's in your mind.
Yeah, so what?
That championship belt on me. That's when I fool around. Is it done?
No, it's not done.
Don't overcook it. You overcook it's no good. It defeats its own purpose. What are you doing? I just said don't overcook it. You're overcooking it. Bring it over.
You want your steak?
Bring it over. Bring it over. It's like a piece of charcoal. Bring it over here.
You want your steak?
Yeah, right now.
Good. There's your steak. Can't wait for it to be done?
No, I
Yeah.
can't wait.
Good. Okay? Happy? Happy?
That's all I want. That's all I
here.
want.
No more. There.
Bothering me about a steak, huh?
That's
You
great.
bothering me about a steak?
Yeah.
I agree with you. We should be with Tommy. If he's in a good mood.
Fucking crazy film. Raging Bull. Raging Bull, which squeezes in because it came out in 1980, directed by Martin Scorsese, starring Robert De Niro. And this was one of the first films that De Niro would do with Joe Pesci. So you really see the sort of...
Amazing.
Yeah, you really
Yeah.
see the sort of chemistry between them. They would do sort of multiple projects together. The film is about boxing champion Jake LaMotta. And it comes, the film version, the script and everything is inspired by his memoir. So he wrote an autobiography.
So this is like the original Rocky, really.
Yeah, well, I guess so. I guess so.
Was he a
Really?
boxer?
Yeah. He was a champion. Yeah, like
I mean, if you look at the parallel,
yeah, nuts. Yeah.
where's
yeah.
Rocky come from? you
Crazy.
know?
Yeah. Yeah, interesting. Sort of this was this was one of the films at the time that during this period, sort of late 70s and in the 80s, De Niro was just absolutely massive. At this sort of point in time, De Niro and Al Pacino were sort of these young ethnic actors sort of like coming up through Hollywood, and they were just undeniably amazing. And it was just sort of coming at a time where like film stars were all white, they were all white.
Yeah, that's right.
So you
Not
had
ethnic.
sort of Stallone, you had De Niro, you had Pacino and so forth, acting in these incredible roles, and they were absolutely phenomenal. You know what I mean? And to think they were pulling their ethnic card at the time. They're white guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This was how sort of whitewashed Hollywood was. Such a big deal was made out of these American Italian stars, like making it like they're kind of like exotic in some way. You know what I mean? It was just crazy. But De Niro was like undeniably good.
Yeah, and
Undeniably
there's
good.
so much passion in that culture.
Yeah.
That's a natural passion
Yeah.
that normal white guys don't know about, to be
Yeah,
honest
that's
with you.
right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when we started seeing the Italians come in, like we did Cyndi Lauper last week,
Yep.
that Italian resonates with the passion. And
Oh, for sure.
I had a girlfriend of mine, Melissa James, we did a song. We were in a band together and she was Sicilian.
Yeah.
And I remember we had the keyboard. It was Mick. Mick was playing keyboards and it was Melissa and I. And this guy came up and I reckon I've told this story before on the podcast, played the keyboard, just started touching his keyboard.
Yeah.
And Melissa's Sicilian, she grabs his fucking hand and twists his hand and
Yeah.
goes, don't ever fucking do that again.
Yeah.
This guy did not know how to relate to that because he was like the keyboard player didn't do it, the singer did it.
Yeah,
The Italian one,
Yeah.
And that was the first time I really saw the culture in her.
Yeah, right.
And that's where I reckon we've become a lot stronger by watching people like
Yeah,
this.
gotcha.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like we
Yeah.
weren't out there like that. We were going, oh yeah, run over me, whatever.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
But Casino, the both of them are in
Oh,
that.
gotcha.
One of my favourite fucking movies.
Yeah, for sure.
And especially, what's her name?
Sharon Stone.
Sharon Stone.
Yeah, phenomenal.
Incredible.
Well, the three
when-
of them together in a film.
Absolutely.
Just amazing.
She got to that level, but she's that type of actress.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I really think that culture was so important to creative
Mm.
movies and just becoming better actors,
Yeah, yeah. Now, this role would win Robert De Niro, his portrayal in as this character would win him his second Oscar. He won his first Oscar with Francis Ford Coppola in The Godfather Part 2, playing Vito Corleone.
Yeah, beautiful.
And his other one, Best Actor, was for Jake LaMotta in Raging Bull.
Yeah.
He's been nominated heaps of times. He was nominated in 76 for Taxi Driver. Everybody would know Taxi Driver. Like, you talking to me?
Yeah.
Deer
Talking to
Hunter.
me?
Yeah, Deer Hunter in 78. Fucking incredible film. Awakenings in 1990. So not a long time. Well, not a long time actually. Well, he won his he won that second Oscar in 1980. A long time until his next nomination is what I'm trying to say. In 1990 for Awakenings, which was a guy sort of like coming out of a coma or coming out of a catatonic state. I remember it really well. Cape Fear in 91, which was a remake. Silver Linings Playbook. He was nominated as well as. Bradley Cooper's father.
Okay.
Bradley Cooper's father?
I don't know.
Or Jennifer Lawrence's father. Anyway, you got another nomination for that.
Yeah.
And Killers of the Flower Moon, which was his most recent in 23. So a lot of nominations there for the Oscars. But like incredible fucking actor.
Do you know what I love about Robert De Niro at the moment? He's so patriotic with American.
Yeah.
And
Hates Trump.
Hates Trump.
Yeah.
But hangs out with fucking born in the USA.
Oh, yeah, they do too. I'd rather
They look like the
I'd
same
rather hang
guy.
out with them. Yeah, I'd rather hang
They
out
look
with
like
them.
the same person.
Yeah, they do. They do.
They're turning into each other.
Yeah.
It's really bizarre. Like I look at Bruce Springsteen and Robert De Niro together and I think, fuck, they could be brothers.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Benny
that's
and
it.
Bjorn.
Yeah.
You know, it's just ridiculous. And I think I love when actors get with musos and hang out like best mates. You know
I
what
do
mean?
too. I love it because actually actors and musos love each other.
Yeah, they do. They do.
Musos sort of are so inspired by the actors, and actors want to be the musos.
Yeah, they
you know?
do. They
Yeah.
do.
Love that.
Absolutely. So I went to the dark side last week.
Oh. Yeah. Did you have anal?
No, I didn't.
What did you do?
It was worse. I had I watched fucking Megan Sussex on her fucking cooking show. I really liked it.
Really?
Really liked it.
What, have you tried out one of the recipes?
Well, I went to buy a fucking piping bag the other day at Kmart.
What did you do?
And Megan's
Stuff it up
told
your
me
ass?
Megan's taught me how to use a normal bag and cut the corner off. Fucking here you go, piping bag. I was impressed. I don't know, there's something relaxing about her. Like she's got that voice, that ADMSR voice.
Oh.
Yeah, no, it wasn't bad. I didn't mind
I don't
it.
know what to think, babe.
Well, look, I'm not a fan, but I really like that show.
Yeah.
Because I like dumb cooking shows, but she's actually really stylish.
I don't want to watch a film with fucking Megan Sussex in it.
Oh, it's not a film. It's just a
Meghan
reality.
Markle?
Megan Sussex.
Doesn't she correct?
Yeah, she corrects one of the actors, yeah.
Wasn't it Drew Barrymore?
No, it wasn't Drew Barrymore. Oh, no,
That
she
she
went on
called
Drew
her
Barrymore.
Meghan
Drew
Markle?
sort of saw through her, though.
But Drew sort of like, you want to be weird? I can be
Yeah,
weird.
no, Drew's very fucking clever. You don't fuck with Drew.
But she
'Cause
called her Meghan
she's-
Markle. I think it was Drew that called her Meghan Markle. And she said, oh, you're funny.
Yeah.
Calling me Meghan Markle
Well,
and I'm Sussex after all.
She hasn't really said
I
she's
was like,
Sussex.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She hasn't really told everyone.
Yeah.
But one of the actors in the
Wonder
show
if they'll
says that.
last.
Oh, look, it's softened the blow for me. I watched it the other night in bed and went, what will I watch? Oh, I'll just watch Megan. I'll watch fucking 4 episodes.
Yeah.
It was like watching fucking MasterChef but
Yeah.
with dumb shits.
Oh, fuck.
So I might have been in the headspace for it, but yeah, I did go to the dark side. Anyway, enough of that. We are going to look at the next show. Have we done Raging Bull enough?
Raging Bull.
All right, let's hope this is the next show.
On December 16th, 1966, Diane Fossey left a life of comfort and privilege and went alone into the mountains of Africa.
Some believe a woman living alone up there has to be mad.
She was determined to make contact with the wild mountain gorillas and save them from extinction. Someone wanted her stopped. In a land of beauty, wonder, and danger, she risked her life.
Get down! Don't move!
She would follow a dream
You, my beautiful, are becoming a legend.
and fall in love.
Do you think I'm weird?
Yes, I do, absolutely, without question. I also think you are wonderful.
But she would risk it all to save the gorillas in the mist.
Are you responsible for kidnapping this animal?
Deal of sale, madam.
What are you doing? Give my gorillas the protection they're entitled
We're going here.
This was the clip for Gorillas in the Mist, starring Sigourney Weaver and old Bryan Brown. Our Bryan Brown.
Yes.
Pretty fucking good film. This Sigourney Weaver was absolutely massive at the time. This is sort of 1988. This is after she's done sort of Alien and stuff, obviously, and Working Girl and all of this kind of thing. She was a huge movie star, still an incredible actress, still sort of like really prolific today. She was on par with like Meryl Streep, like at this time, like really respected. And I guess this is her
portrayal of Diane Fossey.
Yeah, Diane Fossey, but also sort of like Sigourney Weaver. This is her not doing a rom-com. It's not her doing an action film. It's just doing a more conceptual film.
Yeah, that's right.
So
working with gorillas.
Yeah, that's it. And you just think like, who's brave enough to pick this up and say, yes, I'm going to do a film about gorillas?
Well, there would have been a million other actors you would have assumed that could do it and be interested in it.
Yeah.
Because we'd just seen her with a cat in a fucking spaceship,
Yeah, true.
And all of a sudden she's doing this really important role of this woman that looks after gorillas.
Yeah, exactly right.
And
he did. The director of this film, Michael Apted, was directed Coal Miner's Daughter, which was nominated for Academy Awards and so forth.
And that's another one.
Yeah. And he, he went on to do sort of a James Bond film. He did The World Is Not Enough and stuff like that in the 90s, but not. Yeah, Academy Award nominated, but not. Yeah, I don't know. What I'm trying to say is like this would have been an incredible risk for Sigourney Weaver, I imagine.
Yeah, but she may have thought she didn't have a career after Alien.
Nah, she was hot. She was hot at this time. 88, she was huge.
From Alien? 1, 2 and 3?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Well, it was that time where we were all looking after the animals and stuff. Like it was very much, we were becoming aware of the world and the animals and extinction, and we always talked about it at school.
Yeah, exactly.
But this is a story about a woman that went out and saved them.
It was a really great performance, like phenomenal performance. She won a Golden Globe for this for Best Actress. It also got Best Original Score. Incredible performance for her.
Do you like the movie?
I remember it really well.
Yeah.
I remember it sort of like coming out, and sort of people sort of didn't get it. I don't, even though it was about Diane Fossey, and people, if you had watched a few docos and so
National
forth
Geographic
about
or something.
National Geographic, that kind of thing, you knew who Diane Fossey was, but largely like the world didn't know, and especially didn't know that she was murdered.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
How was she murdered? By a gorilla?
Oh, well, Diane Fossey and the sort of focus on the gorillas, it's set in the Congo, and the Congo was like a really kind of volatile political climate at the time, and Diane Fossey was basically drawing the Western eye to the Congo because everybody was worried about the gorillas, and there was so much corruption and stuff, they didn't want that kind of scrutiny. And they don't know who murdered her, but
shit.
Yeah, she was found dead in her cabin. And all she wanted to do was protect the fucking gorillas.
Oh.
I think it was one of the gorillas that did it. No, fucking stupid.
Or was it your old mate? Gorillas in the moss. Give us a voice.
Gorillas in the moss. It was so Frank Thring was
Frank Thring killed her.
He was leaving he had just performed a play, and they were all having a drink afterwards and sort of kicking on and everything, and it was not like Frank to go home early, but he sort of had his hat on and had his collar up and his jacket on, he's heading off. Yeah. And they're like, we're getting another drink, Frank, and you're leaving. And he went, oh no, I'm not having another one. I'm going home to watch Sigourney Weaver and Gorillas in the Moss.
In the moss.
Fucking ridiculous.
Oh God, he's awesome.
Yeah.
Fuck, he sounds like a scream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. Check out this one as well. Really, really satisfying performance by Sigourney. Love her.
Another movie where you may learn about the person.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Tragic. And we still don't know how she was murdered. God, there's a few. Sid Vicious, we didn't know if he killed his girlfriend.
That's
you know what
it.
I mean? Let's have a commercial now.
Lovely.
Because now this one's an interesting commercial. Maddie found this one.
Oh, yeah.
And
this one.
let's hope I can get it right.
Hello, faggot lovers everywhere. I've a message for you from Birdseye. Birdseye faggots will appeal to your whole family. They've made them with lashings of gravy, but they've gone easy on the spice because kids don't like them too spicy, apparently. Birdseye even suggests that people who don't like faggots could enjoy these. They live in hope. You know, they could be right.
Birdseye faggots.
Kids don't like them too spicy, apparently. That's not true.
No.
I know heaps of kids that love their faggots spicy.
Absolutely.
Heaps of kids.
There you go. Now,
Mate, I thought it was not real. How
Yeah,
could
right.
that be real?
because I think English call sausages faggots in the old days.
Well, faggots are like tinder that you get the fire started with. So I kind of get the association because you cook the sausage over
Aren't they
the
talking
fire.
about the sausages though?
Yeah, the product's called faggots.
Yeah, well that makes sense. It's a sausage.
Oh, yeah, I get it.
Do you know what I mean? Was
Yeah.
that the way everyone's head went? I don't
Yeah,
know.
black sausages. Faggots love black sausages. They do.
No. So it's an English bird's eye faggots. We just thought it was
eat
a
your
cracker.
faggots.
That's right.
Suck the gravy off.
That's right. Faggots with gravy.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that. That sounds
hell.
nice.
It's fucking mental,
But
mate.
the thing is, this is one of many commercials.
About faggots.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure faggots were sausages in England.
Yeah,
in
they
the
were. It's like
70s,
bangers
80s.
and mash, but like in
That's right.
I think in the West Country or in the North or something.
In
They
in
call
Essex.
it fucking
I don't know.
faggots and mash or
Oh,
something.
just a scream. Just a scream. You
Peas
couldn't.
and faggots.
Yeah. And the thing is, when you go to London, you have peas and faggots a
You
lot
see heaps of faggots on
and
London.
pies.
Yeah.
My favourite dish in London is faggots
Faggots.
and peas
Yeah.
and mashed potato. Fuck, mate.
Fucking gravy.
Because he's veggie, so I won't have
Faggots.
a meat faggot.
Maddie.
I'll have a veggie faggot.
Yeah.
But Maddie found this and just thought it wasn't real as well. And he went, it's fucking real. It's Birdseye. Birdseye's a huge brand. So, yeah, there you go. There's our ad for the week. Very dramatic.
Fucking stupid.
It is stupid, but fuck, we laughed, didn't we? Now let's go on to the next one. I'm hoping this is it.
Para bailar la bamba, para bailar la bamba, te necesito una poca de gracia pa' mi patilla. Y arriba, y arriba, por ti seré, por ti seré, por ti seré. Yo no soy marinero, soy capitán, soy capitán, soy capitán. Bamba, 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 bamba. Para bailar la bamba, necesito una poca de gracia pa' mi patilla.
Uy, arriba, y arriba.
This was absolutely massive when it came out, this film. So the film, of course, is La Bamba, about
Richie Valens.
Richie Valens, who I always found this really interesting. Richie Valens was like a big star in the US eventually, but he's sort of a Latin American artist, and so hugely popular with Latin American audiences.
That's right.
But famously, he died on the plane that Buddy Holly was on, and several other musicians, which led to "Bye Bye Miss American." Bye.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's about
Don McLean.
Don McLean. It's about the plane about the day the music died was the day the plane crashed.
Hang on, were they all on the plane together?
They were all on the plane together.
Fuck me, I didn't
not Don
know
McLean,
that.
but Buddy Holly, Richie Valens, and there was somebody else. And they all died together in this plane crash.
Jesus.
That's the end of La Bamba.
Talk about fucking...
So another one you don't have to watch. No, go and watch
Ruin
it.
the music
It's really
industry.
fucking good.
Yeah.
It's really fucking good. So hugely popular, this song La Bamba as well. But I remember this coming out. I remember La Bamba coming out with Lou Diamond Phillips playing Richie Valens.
Yep.
And it was massive. I think films in 1987 when it came out, Dirty Dancing was out at the same time.
Yep.
And every party would be playing the soundtrack to this.
That's right.
And the soundtrack
I would
to
walk
Dirty
out
Dancing.
of the room.
Yeah.
I fucking hate La Bamba.
Do ya?
Yep.
All right.
Did it a lot in a function band.
Did ya?
I know the words.
Right.
Now, who's the Puerto Rican gremlin? The gremlin-looking guy. The
Oh,
short
yeah,
cunt.
that guy.
Looks like a fucking Puerto Rican gremlin.
He was in...
He's in everything after this.
Yeah. He
3
was
foot
in...
1 he'd be.
Um,
Actually could have put him in Gremlins and no one would have told the difference.
what's his fucking name? I can't
short
think
guy.
of it.
Did so much shit after this.
I'm pretty sure he's in... I can see him in my fucking head.
Yeah.
I can't remember the guy. Yeah, anyway.
I couldn't stop watching him in the video. Like,
Yeah.
I thought he was the main dude
Yeah.
because he was so hypnotic.
Yeah.
Because he looked like a short gremlin. Looked like a fucking gremlin with a mustache. And
What's his fucking name?
Is he Is he a dwarf? Or
No,
just-
he's not.
Right.
He's not a dwarf.
Fuck, he could pass for one. Yeah, you know who I mean, everyone. Like, you
Yeah.
just used to watch him as a kid and go, that's one ugly cunt. But
Yeah.
he had this presence about him, you know?
Yeah, that's right.
Made a good drug dealer in movies and stuff. And,
Yeah.
you know, you got the money.
Yeah.
You got the money, prick.
So there's another actor in this that you would know really well, Roberto. Roberto in La Bamba, who Roberto is Richie's half brother. He's played by S.A. Morales, who is from Ozark. Have you seen Ozark?
No.
You've got to fucking watch Ozark
What's Ozark?
tomorrow.
I'm still excited about Dexter.
Yeah, no, if you like Dexter, you'll love Ozark.
Really?
Ozark's like almost as good as Breaking Bad in terms of it being the best show ever on TV.
Wow.
Have you seen Breaking Bad?
No.
You lose your shit.
Really?
It's so good.
See, I'd have to watch it now.
It's so fucking good, Sammy.
Well, Dexter comes out the new series in a month.
Breaking Bad beats the shit out of Dexter, babe.
Yeah, but isn't it about a drug guy that does shit at a chemist?
So good.
Really? All right, I'll give it a go.
Give it a go.
Yeah.
Breaking
give it a
Bad.
go.
The
one like what to give it
the
to
one
your
that the
mama.
woman that plays the wife is like fucking phenomenal in it.
Well, yeah, to be married to something like that, you'd have to be.
Yeah. But the way that Breaking Bad sort of explains why good people get mixed up into organised crime is incredible. Like you completely buy
I should
it.
watch it, you're right.
You
100%.
completely buy it.
I like keeping shows like that for 15 years later.
Ah, yeah.
Something to do.
What's the whole thing?
Yeah, while I'm watching doing the housework.
Richie Valens is Mexican American.
Right.
Lou Diamond
well,
Phillips.
then he's no longer allowed in America.
Oh, there we go. He probably got deported. Lou Diamond
Fuck,
Phillips.
he's a dickhead.
Fucking hell. Lou Diamond Phillips is Filipino.
Wow, that's right. He looks Filipino.
That always blew my mind.
Yeah, he does look Filipino.
Always blew my mind. But it was Lou Diamond Phillips' big break. Like he became like a heartthrob.
Yeah, he did.
Through La Bamba. Because
Yeah.
he was hot. He was hot.
Yeah.
He was hot in this. And it
Yep.
sort of...
And he sang, didn't he?
And he sang. And so this sort of like led to him... he in 1996, he played... the Emperor and the King and I, the King and the King and I,
Wow.
on Broadway.
Wow,
So he
that's
played
a
the,
good gig.
the Yul Brynner role
Yes.
on Broadway, and he did it in Australia, fucking 12 years ago or something. Lou Diamond Phillips played the King and I in Melbourne.
Wow.
think Lisa McCune played the female.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, I think.
What's she in recently that's fucking annoying me? I don't mind Lisa, but
Kmart. I don't.
I just imagine her at Crown Casino with. I just can't. She's just got that vibe about her, you know.
God, does she?
She just does. I don't know.
She's the most unslutty chick I can think
I
of.
don't know. It's the ones you least expect. What, you think Jo Beth Taylor looks slutty?
Fuck me.
Hey, speaking of slutty,
Yeah.
have you seen Lenny Kravitz in his fucking glow mesh top?
Yeah, what did he do?
Did
Like
some
in that-
concert
Yeah,
with a
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
woman's glow mesh top.
Yeah.
I was a little bit, I don't know about that, right?
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was a little bit like, I don't know, Lenny, that might
Yeah.
be getting a bit too bisexual
Don't
for
know
me.
if you can get away with that.
Yeah, look, and take your handbag and fucking don't
Yeah.
stick that in your ball sack because I'm just not into glow mesh on men.
Yeah.
You know? It's not fucking Crown Casino.
No, that's it.
And I just didn't like the look of it.
Yeah.
It was great for someone that didn't know it was from the 70s.
Yeah. For
You know?
real. Yeah.
And didn't go on a woman with tits.
Now, jumping off that,
Yeah.
Lou Diamond Phillips in 1988 was famously in Young Guns, which was like a huge,
Young guns having
massive,
some fun.
yeah, massive
Yeah,
hit.
no, that was.
So we should look at like westerns in the 80s, both
We
in music and in
should.
film, because westerns were huge in the 80s.
They were.
Young Guns had Emilio Estevez, Kiefer Sutherland, Lou Diamond Phillips, Charlie Sheen, Dermot Mulroney, and another guy called Casey Samozko, who I believe gets killed off and doesn't make it to the second one. I think that's right. But a lot of members of the sort of Brat Pack, Emilio Estevez and Charlie Sheen are brothers. So worth checking out. We should do a western theme one.
We should.
We haven't
I
done
thought of
anything
another
like
show.
that.
I thought of a show today. Anyway, I've forgotten it now.
It'll come
What are
to
we
you.
drinking tonight? It's very nice.
That's the end of a bottle of. It's called Sparkle or some shit.
Sparkle.
Some kind of
It's really nice.
sparkling wine.
It's really nice. No, the next one is an Aussie one, but it's an American actor, I could say, wouldn't you?
Oh, yes. This one's like a bit of a spin on the notion of celebrity. You know, we're doing
Well, yeah.
movies about celebrities. This woman, she was more infamous than being a celebrity for a very particular reason, but she was played by the biggest actress in the world at the time. And it's Australian.
Now
And
that-
it's about dingoes.
Here we go.
There's Dingo in the tent.
Did you go to university, Greg?
Dingo's got the baby!
You drink it.
God, no, please, God, help me. The dingo's got my baby!
What?
There you go. Dingo took my baby.
This was a massive. I mean, this was called Cry in the Dark outside of Australia and New Zealand, but Evil Angels
That's right.
in Australia. I don't know why they do that. I never know why they do that. I think it was. I think it was originally called Evil Angels, but that notion of, because America is sort of so tied up with like
Religion.
their conservative sort of
Yeah.
Christian religion
Yeah.
sort of thread
Yeah.
is so strong, that notion of saying angels were evil was
Yeah.
too raw.
Yep.
So, yeah, it was called Cry in the Dark in the rest of the world. This came out in 1988, directed by Fred Skepsey, who lives in Melbourne, I think. I believe he still lives in Melbourne, him and his lovely wife. And it's about Lindy Chamberlain and Michael Chamberlain and the death of Azaria.
Yeah.
Azaria Chamberlain. No one had heard the name Azaria before all of this.
No, that's true.
You know what I mean? It was
Never.
all very weird. It was all very weird. But look, Meryl Streep ended up playing Lindy Chamberlain. Azaria Australians were obsessed with this whole thing.
Yeah.
She went to jail. Poor Lindy Chamberlain went to jail
She
for
did.
matricide, for apparently killing her own baby. And it was proved sort of like just because of like shoddy fucking police work.
Yeah.
And it was proved years later through forensics that she had nothing to do with it. She
No.
couldn't have been involved.
Yep.
And poor Lindy Chamberlain had been to jail. You know, it took years for the public to accept that she did not do it.
Yeah.
They wanted her to be guilty because she was just like softly spoken. She didn't give a lot
Yes.
away.
Had a funny ring to her mouth.
Yeah.
Like a funny sort of Aussie.
Yeah.
Was she Aussie?
She was born in New Zealand, but
right. Yeah, there was a bit of a tang there left.
Yeah, that's right.
I think people now, like this is the 80s, obviously.
Yeah.
Where boomers started to talk shit about people. This
Yeah.
is where we started to go, that's not right. Nah. And
Yeah,
people
that's
thought
right.
they knew what was going on.
Yeah.
Yet forensic, finding the cardigan years later, I don't think, look, I was only a baby. I didn't know what to think.
Yeah.
But we all love drama, you know.
Yeah.
There was a kid involved. There was a woman and a Christian guy. What was he? Highly religious. They were highly religious. So anyone
he was a pastor. He
That's
was a
right.
Seventh-day Adventist.
Yeah. So
pastor.
Aussies don't like those.
No, they don't.
They don't.
They don't get it.
So they think it has to be guilty, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
The fact is, how many years was she in prison for?
Oh God, couple of years. She had a baby in prison, and
I think she was there for 20 years.
oh no, she wasn't there for that long.
Okay.
Yeah, wasn't there for that long. But yeah, I remember her sort of giving birth to one of the kids in jail, and I think had to sort of she wasn't allowed to have the baby in jail. I'm pretty sure in terms of like she wasn't able to keep the baby in jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's right.
Mm.
Might find another dingo. Fucking take it. The thing is, if you have been out there where this happened,
Yeah.
it's really rough.
Yeah.
And there is a lot of wildlife out there.
3 years she was in jail.
3 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
I
baby
thought it
was 9 weeks old. That's just
Yeah, it's horrible.
fucking horrible.
And that's a tiny baby. Of course a dingo could pick it up.
Yeah.
That's like a snack for a dingo.
Yeah. They weren't known for that though.
Yeah,
like that
right.
it just people didn't realise that dingoes could sort of be that bold, you know. They used to sort of pinch sheep and stuff like that, but like nobody ever thought that a dog would come and take a baby and fuck off with it. It's a wild dog.
That's right.
Yeah.
And another thing is not many people went and tented there. Like that was a fucking stupid idea anyway.
It was they were sort of
With
it was near
another
Uluru.
family.
It was near Uluru.
Near Uluru.
Yeah.
So they've gone out and did that with another family.
Yeah.
Who the fuck could do that?
Yeah.
Like there's no one around. The quietness would just absolutely bring fucking everyone.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And if they're hungry, they're going to come for anything.
Yeah.
You know, but the movie became such a huge success with Meryl Streep in it.
Yeah.
And
did the accent, I reckon, fairly faultlessly.
Yeah. She was amazing.
Fucking great.
Amazing. But this woman was a celebrity. Like
Yeah.
you went to the supermarket with your mum and
She's on
she
the
was
news
on
all the time. She was on the
every
magazines
Woman's
all
Day.
the time.
Exactly.
You're right about
It was
that.
like she was on every magazine,
Yeah.
TV Week,
Yeah.
blah, 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 blah. So this is why I wanted to put it
Yeah.
in because I think it's a story that the
Yeah.
world, not only Aussies, the world wanted
that's
to know about.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Because
know?
Australia was really seen by the rest of the world as like quite a dangerous place.
That's right.
You know, and here was sort of
It
wild
still
dogs
sort of is.
dragging babies out of tents and stuff.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, it is. But this was sort of like typically Australian.
Yeah.
This is up there with like.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah,
really.
yeah, that's right. This is sort of up there with people being dragged away by crocodiles or sharks.
Yeah.
Any of those things, the rest of the world's sort of like really fascinated with Australia.
Did you ever get afraid living in Cairns
About
getting
crocs?
attacked about crocs? Yeah.
You grow up. You grow up with it. You grow up with that knowledge. You know what to do and what not to do. You know what I mean?
Did you ever get in any dangerous situation?
I never. I did stupid. I did stupid things that I shouldn't have, like swimming in croc-infested waters and stuff. And you do stuff like the heat is so fucking incredible. You need some relief from it, you know.
Yeah.
And so, there's. It's just the done thing that, like, if you're in any of these communities, you'll go as far up one of the freshwater creeks as you can so that you can have a little bit of a swim, but there'll always be somebody standing in the boat with a gun.
Right.
Just in case.
Wow.
And you like how you meant to fucking relax when you're swimming.
Yeah, that's right.
It's just a way of life. It's just the way of life up there. It's just like that.
That's right.
And just situations where like you might run your boat into a sandbank or something like that, and you've got to jump out up to your waist and push the boat off the sand.
Yeah.
The croc-infested waters,
Yeah, no. Fuck.
But it's funny because I lived sort of in Queensland when I was little. It was the Joh Bjelke-Petersen years.
Yep.
Where it was like it was almost like Queensland was like almost like a separate part of Australia.
Yeah.
Had a different set of rules. And so like a lot of the weird old conservatives and stuff used to go through, and I think a tourist got taken by tourism was really opening up in Queensland, and a Japanese tourist got taken by a croc. And there was like a local member of parliament up in that area who was actually a relative of mine. I'm not going to say who, but fucking hillbilly loony.
Wow.
Got basically said, we're going to have a cull on crocodiles. They're sort of like ruining our tourism industry. They went through and culled all the fucking crocodiles.
Yep.
You can't do that. They're a fucking native animal.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I mean?
right.
You can't do that these days.
Yep.
Culled all the crocs, and I never saw any crocs until I was about 18.
Yeah, right.
But then after that, and by the time I was 18, I had fucking left and moved to Brisbane and all of that.
Yeah.
But then after I was 18, the crocs had sort of, the baby crocs that they hadn't culled had then grown to adulthood. And I saw about 4 within a matter of a couple of years.
Wow.
So saw nothing for 18 years, lived in the water.
Yep. Yeah.
And then started seeing them. You know what I mean? So now it's actually more dangerous than what it is back then.
For sure.
Yeah, because they're around. They're fucking around.
Yeah.
And there's places where I used to go swimming back then that you would never ever go now.
Yeah,
because
true.
there's been footage, because everybody's got a fucking camera now in their hand. You see footage at this popular swimming hole online.
Yeah.
You're never going to swim there again.
No.
But if you hear some fucking gossip talking about it, you're like, oh yeah, they're full of shit. You need to actually see it. And like the places where I've seen crocs on fucking footage on Instagram and stuff like that recently,
Well,
where
even
I've
just
swum.
with the floods and stuff.
Oh yeah, for
just
sure.
in the street and stuff.
For sure. Because it's during the floods where the crocs go upstream into higher waters while the fucking tide's up, and they can swim up in like high up into the creeks.
Yeah.
So even though you're in sort of fresh water and stuff, that's where the big ones are.
Wow.
It's fucking scary. It's
Jesus.
scary. Yeah, it is a scary thing, but you just sort of live with it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
It's just
that's
life.
right.
Just life up there.
Yeah, for sure.
Have we got one more?
We do have one more.
This song was written for a very brave man. A man who preached non-violence in a state which has racism enshrined in its constitution. A man who was imprisoned, tortured, and killed in a jail in South Africa. This is for Stephen Biko.
September 77, Port Elizabeth, weather fine. It was business as usual in police room 619. Oh, because oh, because Yilimancha, the man is dead. The man is dead.
Whew, that sounds like Iran.
Yeah, it does a little bit, doesn't it?
I think it's the exact chord that
yeah,
Maddie plays.
Possibly is.
Because I'm like, have I put Iran down like a loony?
Oh, yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it possibly is.
But tell us about Cry Freedom.
Right, so Cry Freedom, incredible film, which was actually directed and produced by Richard Attenborough, who's David Attenborough's brother.
Oh, wow.
Richard Attenborough from, you might know if you're a little bit younger audience members, from Jurassic Park. He played the sort of John Hammond from Jurassic Park. This Cry Freedom is about Steve Biko, who was a South African activist during sort of apartheid South Africa. And played in the film by Denzel Washington in quite an early role for him in his career. Denzel Washington, I'm talking about. Phenomenal performance.
Yeah.
Amazing film.
Incredible actor.
Yeah. This was sort of, I guess you could say it's sort of like even though it's Universal Pictures, it's sort of like a British-American co-production because, I mean, Richard Attenborough directing and producing. And so Peter Gabriel is who you can hear singing this track. It's an awesome song. Check it out. We played a bit of it. Biko, B-I-K-O by Peter Gabriel. And check out the film as well, Cry Freedom. The whole world was sort of like looking at South Africa at this time. There was a lot of, you never hear of South Africa these days, yeah? During the 80s, you did a lot.
You did. If you went to South Africa, it felt dangerous.
Oh, it was a big deal.
Yeah.
It still is very dangerous.
Yeah.
Still is very fucking dangerous. But, you know, it was under apartheid rule at the time, and sort of there was the white sort of ruling class who were foreigners to Africa, obviously, and all the blacks of that country who were native to that area were like an underclass, treated as second-class citizens. And, you know, the word sort of apartheid is popping up at the moment because of what's happening with Israel and Gaza.
Yeah.
That, you know, it's like Israel was like a two-state country because you had the sort of Palestinians and the Israelis, but basically it was like an apartheid state because the Palestinians were viewed as second-class citizens. So that sort of, I guess that, not a buzzword, but that sort of phrase apartheid is really popping up at the moment. South Africa at the time, nobody could believe like all of this was going on. And because I guess largely sort of the Brits and a lot of like European countries were responsible for this apartheid as well within South Africa, it's like the British and the French and all these sort of African, all these European countries that were decades before, claiming massive parts of Africa. It just all became too hot and they just left. It was like too much trouble. There were too many skirmishes and sort of like uprisings and stuff like that. And they just decided it was like too difficult and they just up and left. So a lot of these countries was sort of like trying to bounce back from all of that. And this is why there was so much fucking turmoil. So it's like, you look at, I guess, movements like Band-Aid where the Brits got on board and really, tried to raise money. In a way, it was the British that was responsible for a lot of that famine and, a lot of that political unrest. So it's a good thing, I guess, that the Western world came back to South Africa and were looking for ways to try to fix it. It was explored through film, through sort of, films like Cry Freedom and so forth. I'm trying to think of other films that were sort of, I can only think of like Blood Diamonds, but that was like quite a recent one. But look, the whole world was looking at South Africa during the 80s and trying to sort of end apartheid because it was like really, really horrible. Australia at the time had a lot to do with that. Bob Hawke, he was really sort of instrumental in ending apartheid in South Africa. So that was a huge political win for him. And it sort of put Bob Hawke on the world stage as well.
Yep.
And sort of, in amongst, I guess, like Thatcher and Reagan and all of those, Bob Hawke was really sort of standing out at the time because he was influential in the success of ending apartheid. So a little bit of history there, guys.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Now, before we leave, we should do some shout-outs.
Do a couple of shout-outs.
Yes,
it's time.
It is time.
Yeah.
Because you guys have been writing in and we really appreciate it. And we have a shout-out bloody little thing we put up now with each other.
Yeah, we've got a shout-out thread. There's so many of them.
Do you have the thread, honey?
I'm looking for it.
I'm looking for it.
Got it here.
Okay,
Lovely.
great.
I'm going to go backwards.
Yeah, great.
If that's cool.
Yeah, sure.
We've got one just from the other day. Who's this from? I can't.
This is
quite
Lily.
see.
So
it's Lily. She
Yeah.
said, I have a few to catch up on. They seem to be coming out thick and fast. Lily's one of our old friends and biggest supporters of the show. She's also said, you've got me rehooked on Princess. She loves it.
Samey number one, yeah.
Yeah. And, she's really, really supportive of the show. So big hello to Lily. We were just sort of messaging each other earlier. Recent subscribers that came on the show, we've got Jay Wine, we've got Closed Set, and we've got Maya O'Hayan. So welcome aboard, guys. Thank you for subscribing.
That was on YouTube. Yeah, well done, guys. Now we have, Diane Davey. What a legend this chick is. She came to Sydney when we did the Bridge Hotel.
True.
She's got her ticket for the next Sydney gig. And she's also coming to the Stanford. So thank you so much for your support, Diane Davey. She also, Deb, one of our subscribers, has got tickets to all our gigs. I said, you're a legend. She's got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tickets.
Deborah Seary. Good on you.
Deborah Seary, good old Deb. Now, podcast or like a Podomatic person, Nice Pull Podcast started following us.
Yeah, Nice Pull Podcast.
Is that about pulling your dick or what is it?
If it's a nice pull, it possibly could be.
I think it might have been Instagram or something, but Nice Pull Podcast. So good that you're following us.
Yeah.
I think I might have followed them back because it was about pulling.
I've been too busy lately to have a nice pull.
No, I know, right?
Might have one in the car on the way home.
The next one is, what's that one?
We Are Reviver.
We Are Reviver, not Survivor.
Ah. Following
Instagram.
us as well. Thank you for following.
Very much so. We love that. Thank
Yeah.
you. That's because you can get us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, you name it.
Shout out to our Jocelyn Patterson from Sydney. Thank you for seeing our show, Jocelyn. I was very concerned about you.
Jocelyn Domino Dancer.
Yes. Good
Big
on you
Pet
for
Shop
coming.
Boys fan and Soft Cell.
Ah, fantastic.
She has her own page, so we've got a private page that we're all a part of. So she said something about, what did she first say?
She said she's always supported the 80s stuff. She's good mates with Vox Neon, also Gary Daglish from the Reflex, which are a tribute band in Sydney, and Ash from Caligula.
Yep.
She's heaps of friends with some DJs up there as well. And she was telling us about how she's going to see New Order at the Opera House.
Amazing.
Which would have just happened, I believe.
Yeah,
and
no,
doubt.
I think it was happening. Yeah, that's right.
Would have been an incredible show.
We love you, Jocelyn.
Good on you,
and
Joss.
Kate, who came with her that night to the bridge.
Yeah.
Now, we might have to change the date to the bridge because we are going back to Airlie Beach. So we will let you know about that. None of you have bought tickets yet, so that's fine.
Shout out to...
Yeah, go for it, babe.
Shout out to Angelique Yanis, who is one of our Greek girls.
Yeah.
And she says, this is one of the Greek girls, and needless to say, I love your podcast, but your Kylie one was amazing. Your insights were fantastic and some real standout comments, especially Jay's when he said he felt like her going indie and writing her own stuff was like the end of the apprenticeship. I must have been pissed when I said that.
No, you did. I remember.
Then we have one from Ryan Marita. I think we've
yeah, she's good.
We've done a shout out to Marita before as well.
This is the second one.
I think it's Marita Ryan, but her
yes,
thing
that's right.
is Ryan Marita.
Yep.
She said she never knew that Danny was in this video of Kylie's.
Yes.
Which one was it again? Remind me.
Was it Shocked?
Yes.
Shocked or What
so.
Do I Have to Do? I think it was Shocked. Oh, fuck, I don't know. But Danny's in the wig.
That's
Can't
it.
remember. Yeah.
Troy Reed writes in and he says, hi,
Yes.
Sammy. For some reason, I can't reply back to your messages on Spotify. Not sure why. He says, the song Belinda performed from Kismet was Big, Big Love.
That's right. So remember when we did the Belinda Carl, we talked about Belinda Carl and I said, Diane Warren said to her son, get your mother to ring me. I've got songs for her.
That's it.
I thought that was one of her first albums, but she was talking about Kismet.
Ah, Kismet.
And Troy knows everything,
Yeah.
and I missed that part of the show. And what happened was the son was older, and she said to the son, get your mother to call me. She still hasn't finished. The story about Diane Warren and Belinda's son meeting is a fairly recent story. So it's fairly recent. So that's why we were a bit confused about the age of the kid.
About the son. Yeah, that's it.
It's resulted in Belinda recording an amazing EP called Kismet with Diane, which came out in 2023. I love Belinda. I went to both Melbourne shows. Fucking I love Belinda now. I've been to the Melbourne show as well.
I love Troy Reed. See how
Troy
hot he
Reed's-
is in the fuck. Is that him?
Hang on.
Is that Troy? Is that you
Troy's
in your?
been around me for years.
Is that you in your profile photo there, Troy? Because
I'd be hot.
Because if it is, holy shit, we're getting in touch.
We're rooting the fucking till.
He went to both Belinda Carlisle shows.
Yeah.
Troy did.
I didn't see anyone at that show that I knew, but I kind of stayed low, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it. Nice.
Troy Reed. And that's about it.
That might be it for a little while, guys. Thank you. Please keep writing in. We absolutely love it.
Hang on.
Is there one
Hazy
more?
Fantasy, remember?
Yeah. Oh.
Fuck, that's important.
Yeah. So apparently Hazy Fantasia are following us now.
Yes. Shiny, shiny, dun, 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 shiny. And they've got 1.33K subscribers, so it must be the original Hazy Fantasy.
I hope
But
so.
it wouldn't be them actually, unless it's the guy. But they said they loved the shout out we gave them on which show was it?
I think it might be a tribute band. I think it might be a Hazy Fantasy tribute
Fucking
band.
huge. What, with 1.33K subscribers?
I don't. Yeah,
A tribute
I don't
band?
know what people do with their
That's
subscribers.
like starting a fucking tribute band on Tiffany and expecting 1.33.
But it's got the
subscribers.
ultimate Hazy Fantasy experience written there. That's what makes me think it might be a
Fuck
a
me.
tribute show.
I
But
wanna
that's a lot
join.
of subscribers if it is.
Well, they're claiming to be Hazy Fantasy though by saying thank you.
Well, they're saying thank you at a very specific timestamp.
Yeah, it was episode 240, obsolete 80 skills.
But at the
And we
23-minute
talked about-
mark, they've said thank you. I don't know if they've We've mentioned something. I don't know.
We mentioned Tazy Fantasy
Oh, fuck.
on that show. So
I'm
I'd hope
confused.
they are, or they're fucking like that ABBA band, a bit delusional. We don't wear wigs.
Sometimes we think we're them.
Yeah. Do you?
Yeah,
We don't do that. Yeah.
Anyway.
Fuck yeah, but thank you for writing. Write in as much as you want. We love it.
Yeah, we do love hearing from you guys. We're going to jump off now because we're going to record one of our Patreon episodes. Become a Patreon, guys, and you get the extra episodes for $15 a month. You can become a patron for just $2 a month if you want. If you want.
Keep the lights on.
Keep the lights on, mate. Yeah.
Honey, keep the light on for me.
Become a subscriber for nothing, for free. You just have to hit subscribe.
Smash the like
That's all you
button.
have to do. Yeah. So don't just listen to the odd episode. Become a subscriber. But otherwise, please, like the episodes. Like the episodes. That's what you do. Like, share them with your friends. Make the comments in the comment section. And give us, say lovely things in there.
5 stars.
Give us 5 stars.
It all helps to get the show out there.
The rating right up. Yeah, get it up there. That's what she said. And that's what we're saying too. Thank you very much, guys. Thanks to all our listeners all around the world. And if it's music mateys
or cool shit from the 80s,
we're going to talk about it.
Unreal.